So in the NHL, we have these players called game breakers, guys who can just take over the game when they decide, like, okay, you know what, it's my game now, I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to score a big goal. Connor McDavid is the definition of a game breaker. He's probably the biggest in the league. So at any point, he can just decide, hey, I'm going to will my team to a win here. But in the playoffs, it's a different animal. You can't be a one-man show in the playoffs. You can't even be a two-man show in the playoffs. McDavid and draisaitl, forget it. They're going to need serious help. Not just like, oh, look at me, I'm James Neal. I scored a goal, I helped. No, you're going to need consistent help. You're going to need a guy to really step up. Oilers fans, remember Fernando Pisani? You're going to need somebody like that. Who is going to be Fernando Pisani here? Okay, you don't need a guy to go out and be Connor McDavid early on draisaitl and lead the team to victory or anything. No, but you need a guy who's going to step up and not just have one good playoff game, two good playoff games, but be a hell of a playoff performer for this entire run. That's what you need. And of course, there's many candidates, right? And when I say serious help, yes, I am looking at guys like Yamamoto, okay? Looking at guys like Nugent Hopkins. And that's still towards the top end of the lineup. You're expecting them to produce. But I'm talking more about the plumbers. Guys like Alex Chason. What can you give me? Jujhar Khaira. Okay, what do you got in your bag of tricks there? I already mentioned James Neal. Can James Neal have a good playoff run? The real deal. Can he be that again in the playoffs? He was that with Vegas. Let's see if he can do it again. And don't forget, we've also got our outcasts here. Guys who were healthy scratched a lot during the season, didn't get a proper chance, or were buried in the lineup. I'm looking at you, Tyler Ennis. I'm looking at you, Kyle Turris, a guy who in 2017, when the Ottawa Senators went to the Eastern Conference Finals and almost went to the Stanley Cup Final, if not for an overtime goal in Game 7 by Chris Kunitz and the Penguins. Kyle Turris was one of, if not the biggest piece behind Erik Karlsson towards that big run. So he can step up during playoff time. I'm looking at guys like that. And of course, Oilers fans, this is the one guy that I've got circled on my checklist here. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye. We're not sure if he's going to be ready for Game 1, but he'll be playing in the playoffs. Trust me on that one. It's bald man there. It's Zack Kassian, dude. This guy in 2017, I don't know what was up there, but dude, that's got to be one of the best playoff performances I've seen was Zack Kassian against the San Jose Sharks in 2017, round 1. That was incredible. Kassian was maybe the best player you could argue in that series, truly. I mean, he was hitting everything that moves. He was fast. He was getting chances, scoring. That's the Zack Kassian that needs to come here. And I know it's different because there's no fans, and we know the fans in Edmonton, they're passionate, they're crazy, and it's going to be way different without them. But if Kassian can bring that juice, that energy without any fans, that is going to be a huge plus for the Oilers. And look, a lot of guys are saying, oh, you know what, it's going to be easy for Edmonton, super easy. Nothing in the playoffs comes easy. Everything is tough, and trust me, the Winnipeg Jets, they're not going to roll over here. It's playoff time. Expect a fight here, okay, Edmonton? You're going to need everybody to step up, and that's what's been problematic in the past here. It's been McDavid and draisaitl, and then Scrub Town, and nobody showed up. And I'm talking about in net too. Mike Smith this year has been out of his mind, and Koskinen lately has been horrible. But they're going to need... And look, don't forget, you got Alex Stalock there too. So that's the good thing. When you have depth between the pipes, look, you can really go far. Because if one guy's not going, you're up the next guy. And then the next guy's up, right? And it's like a carousel. And of course, on defense, you need a guy like Barrie, who I know he's been putting points up all year, but defensively, he has not been good. Barrie needs to step up defensively in this series, help out Darnell Nurse. Chris Russell, another guy who's going to have to, if he even comes back in time here, he's going to have to really step it up. Adam Larson is a big name I'm looking at. Same thing with Ethan Bear. These are guys that need to step up and help out 97 and 29 here, because if they don't get that help, forget it, man. I mean, if the Chicago Blackhawks can out the Edmonton Oilers, literally, I mean, it really is not going to take much, honestly. And think about it. McDavid, one of those games he had a hat trick. He went off against the Hawks, and they still lost. The Oilers need some serious, serious help here, and it's time to show up. And tonight, look, of course, I love McDavid, draisaitl. They're two of the most exciting players ever to watch in the history of the game. But I'm arguably going to be more excited to see who steps up in an Oilers uniform that isn't wearing 97 on his back or isn't wearing 29 on his back? That's what I'm going to be really fascinated to see. Let me know what you guys think. Who's going to be your unsung hero? Who do you think is going to be the guy who's going to step up that was unexpected and really help the Oilers out here if they are to go on a deep run? Let me know in the comments down below. For more daily hockey content, you know what to do. Like button, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.